Hello, my name is Glenn Wolf. I'm a mixed blood Native American. I'm one that's fine with the term Indian. I don't have a problem with that. I'm actually Unami Lenape, downriver Turtle Clan Lenape people. Growing up, I was not familiar with the term microaggression. It wasn't until a multicultural conference I attended that the topic of aggression types was discussed. That's when I became aware of it. It opened a whole new light into something I knew, I was subconsciously aware of, but I didn't have the ability or a term to connect it to or express. Since becoming aware, it is something I have given a great deal of thought, as well as paid a lot more attention not only to myself, but interactions between other people. Uh, I realized it was something far greater than I ever imagined. That for every time I felt awkward and unsure about the intent of what was said to me, there were far more times that I did not realize it was even taking place. It totally changed something I grew up with. Many of us have as a small child. The story "Sticks and stones can break my bones, but names will never hurt me." Uh, Increasingly, and actually, I became far more aware that the complete opposite is true. Bones will heal over time, mend, and sometimes become stronger. But the scars of words of microaggression, they grow and they remain a lifetime. They dig deep into our psyche and continue to build, even when we're not aware of it or aware of it's happening. Uh, it's just like a simple drop of water can wear away at a stone. Uh, you don't know, it's something that takes over time. Microaggression is far more damaging than macroaggression if we go into aggression types. With macro, we're free to vent and aggressively respond, relieving some of our stressors. Sometimes people are not even aware that they are perpetrating subtle bias statements. Others, on the other hand, are aware and doing it more deliberately. Many times doing it because they know they can attempt to further subjugate the other person, even if that person does respond. Their comeback will always be something like, "Oh, you're overreacting. I didn't mean it that way. Uh, you're taking it wrong," and so on and so on. And it causes that person or yourself to be further diminished with no ability to respond or made feel guilty for the response and giving them a non accountable excuse, especially with people who are controlling, manipulative, or narcissistic. They're pros at it. I've heard so many microaggressions through my life, there's no way to account for them all. Uh, Even doing the talks and lectures and stuff that I did, people would come up and go, "So, what are you really? Are you really Native American?" And the one more than any is, "You don't look it." To even the absurd, "Do you live in a teepee?" Uh, Sometimes, and a lot of times, it's not just what is said, it's how it's said, and the tone in someone's voice, the reflection. If you watch the clip of Blackish again and listen to how the other doctor says "good for you," her reflection is stronger on the "good for you." If it is said like the second doctor, as he is referring to, it comes across differently. So going back to the most frequent microaggression that I've heard, "You don't look it," comes across much differently than when someone has said with no reflection, "I would have never known. You don't really look it." Uh, that never really stung. At least in the second response, I'm more able to respond back and use it as a time to educate. Theirs is said out of ignorance, not out of control, to which gives me the opportunity to respond that most people don't know what natives look like. We have been wrongly portrayed in history books and movies. Our appearance changes with location and tribe. Uh, to be honest, even the term or use to some of us, Native American, can be considered a microaggression. The word America is derived from the Latin explorer Amerigo Vespucci, and I am not native to Vespucci. I am native to this land. I'm native to Turtle Island. So I'm cut to 3 minutes. So I hope that helps. Thank you for allowing me to express myself. One.